tuning in.
Yeah, there you go. We all just speak together. So that was one of the questions I was going to ask is, on YouTube, what kind of view do people see out? Is it like speaker view, one at come at a time, or?
So on YouTube, they'll see exactly how I've said it on here. So they'll see all the panelists like so, except for people who's hidden their videos who are not actually panelists.
So when the person speaks, they'll see them in the main, and then they see all the tiles at the top.
No, they'll see all the tiles like so.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what you mean.
Gallery view. They'll see gallery view, Ted.
Oh, they'll see gallery view. Okay, so all the tiles together on the screen in one.
Yeah, that's right.
Mine's not set to that, so that's probably why. But I'll set it to that, so then I can see what everyone else is seeing as well. Okay, cool. So do we just want to get started? I mean, it feels like there's not that many people that have come in yet. But hello to everybody that's here, though. Young chap, I don't know if they can hear this. Yeah, we can't hear you, but we can see you sending messages. But when it comes time to Young Shaq and Brandon, but when it comes time to for you guys to ask questions, then it will enable your video so we can hear and see you as well. Sienna Clark, you can't wait. Do you know what? Do you know what's so interesting? It's pretty much like you guys are inside Exposed 2 and 3, because this is how we made it in here. So you might as well say you're in the film with us. You're in 2 and 3 right now. That's how exclusive this is, Molly Kirk. You're in Exposed number 4, even though that's 8. Hi.
This is what everyone's asking for, to be fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Number 4, man.
Do what we can, you know, we'll do what we can. Hi, Hannah.
Hey, where does it tell you?
Hi, Maria. Marchette. Are you talking about Liv? Ruthxjiah is right there. I don't know what you're seeing or what you can see. Amy Morley, shout out to you. All right, I think we should just start then. What do you reckon, Al? Aleko Simpsonetti?
Yeah, let's go, bro. Keep an just let's go.
Who's watching the door to let people in? Is that Banny?
No one needs to let anyone in. Everyone will automatically join and come in.
Oh, people will come straight in?
They'll come straight in.
Okay then. All right, well then time-wise, yeah, let's get started. So welcome everybody to the Exposed series Q&A live on Zoom with all the cast, all the main cast, and with myself, the director Teddy Nygh, and also hosting today we have Luke Vernon, who's going to take over from me shortly. So thank you for joining us and welcome to the Zoom room, the place where this film was actually made. So we're happy to be back in here, and yeah, shout out also to everyone watching live stream on YouTube, all our MYM fans and supporters. We love you guys. I would just kick off by letting you know a little bit about who we are. So Fully Focused, we also run MYM, and we make a lot of films on MYM. I'm co-founder of Fully Focused, and I set up Fully Focused with Nick Bedu, who is also here in the Zoom. You can't see him right now, but he's here. Alex is also here as well. Alex is the manager of MYM. Rose is here, who's operations for MYM. Jade is here. She's the youth participation officer. So Fully Focused, in a nutshell, is a youth-led media organization, and we use the power of film to challenge perceptions, to raise awareness, to look at new perspectives, to progress lives. And obviously we run MYM. We set up MYM a few years ago now, and we've made a lot of films on there. I've directed quite a lot of films. The young team have directed quite a lot of films. So things like Watch What I Do, Drawn Out, 18, Deep It, Nadia, loads of them have been directed by me, and then loads of other films on the channel have also been produced by Alex. He's also worked on some of those films as well. And basically all the films that we make are worked on with our young team. Some of our young team are in the building as well. So shout out to all the fully focused young team that are here right now. I don't know who exactly is here and who's not here. Also who worked on Exposed with us. We had Musa on wardrobe. We had Shaq on art department. We had Melina, assistant producing. And we're looking forward to talking to you about how Exposed 2 and 3 were made, because it was so different to obviously Exposed 1. And we are very proud of all three of them. I'm really proud of all of the cast and all of the crew. It's been amazing working with all of you guys. You know, we're like a family anyway. And we've achieved a lot of amazing stuff together. So with me today in the Zoom, we have on my left, right, up, down, it doesn't even matter. But so we have Mia McKenna-Bruce, who plays Amy. We have Kaine Zajaz, who plays Joey.
Hey there.
We have Ricky Smart, who plays Enrico.
Hello,
We have Ruthxjiah Bellenea, who plays Liv. And we have Tyrell Morgan, who plays Ola. Also hosting, we have the one and only Luke Vernon in the building.
What's up, peeps?
So if you just joined us, welcome. We're going to have an interesting journey today, and welcome to the set, because this is basically the set of Exposed 2 and 3. This is where all the Exposed 2 and 3 magic actually happened. And I can talk about some of the challenges and some of the interesting elements of producing it. But firstly, I'm going to hand over. Oh, you see Mia's merch, yep. The Exposed Lockdown Edition t-shirts.
We all have them on.
Soon. And you know how we do, representing all day, every day. So yeah, I'm going to hand over to you, Luke. We're going to get this cracking, and let's enjoy. Let's find out some interesting stuff, and let's have an interesting and a fun Q&A.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go, man. Let's go. Right, everybody that is in this chat, who's in the YouTube, I can see all the comments on my left. I can see all the comments on my right from the Zoom. I need you all to put a round of applause, please, in them chats.
Hey,
these guys here have done an amazing job. They've made 2 films from home on Zoom calls, and you guys have watched it in the thousands of views and stuff like that. So I want you all to drop some clap comments in the comments, please, and just show your appreciation to all. Please, thank you.
I just tried to put the clap emoji, but for some reason that option's not here at the moment.
Fist bumps, clap emojis, waves, whatever you got, hearts, everything,
Come on.
energy, everything. Thank you, man, for making lockdown even, well, just making it that much more better. Right, we're going to get cracking. I'm your host for this evening. My name is Luke Vernon. And we're just going to get straight to it. So we are taking questions from our socials. We're taking questions from everybody's panels, everybody on the panel's socials, the MYM community. We're also taking questions from both chats, so the YouTube chat and the Zoom chat. So do type your questions in there. We will take them and relay them onto this Zoom call live for y'all. But what I will say, please, 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 write down your normal name with your question, please, because I'm looking at some of these names that are popping up now, and the majority of them are very much gibberish. We also have all of you on mute, and that is not because we do not like you. It's just because if everybody is talking at the same time, it's going to sound very, 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 very manic. So write your questions in the chats. We will get them together, and we will hopefully get through them today. Now, are we ready? Let's go! Everybody watching, are we ready? Let's go then, baby. Right, the first question goes out to, right, Mia.
Hi.
First question is for you. And the question is, what was it like to work with your sister?
Fun, very real. Like, she had to be annoying, and that's real life for us, as much as I love her. But she is my younger sister, and she is irritating. But we've always, Anya's been an actress for a long time as well, so we've always wanted to play sisters, and we've never actually done it yet. So to get to do that, and from our own home, was really, really fun.
And that's absolutely amazing. The fact that you've created this new thing from something that I guess, due to lockdown, wasn't actually first written.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This was something that was
new. Well, basically, when the team got in touch and said, like, oh, we want to do a lockdown lockdown version of Exposed, I don't normally live at home with my family, so they asked, like, is there any chance that you're isolating with your sister? And I actually was, so it all turned out really good.
That's absolutely amazing. And then the same person has asked, how did you get the blazer to your house?
Hey, come on.
I'm glad they noticed that. I'm glad they noticed that, because it actually took us so long to put it in the right place, to get it into the shot. Not too much, but just enough. But yeah, it was sent to me. It was delivered to me, and obviously it was all very safely done. Wiped down the parcel, all of that. But yeah, it was delivered here so that we could have the bedroom looking like Amy's bedroom would look.
The logistics of that was interesting. Getting lots of there's so many different packages and stuff that had to be sent out to different members of the cast. A lot of different courier services, also different phones and Wi-Fi dongles and all sorts of stuff. There was a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Obviously, all the wardrobe as well, stuff from the film, not just the blazers. There's lots of other bits and pieces, and then even little art department stuff. We got Amy to borrow a picture from her sister's room, who's younger than her, just to swap it with another picture.
Behind me right now, still.
There it is.
I see you. Still in character now.
Yeah, I kept I can't let go.
With this one, that all of the cast were like camera operators, art department, hair and makeup, costume as well, and so we were working together because none of us are in the room together, so it was a beautiful way to collaborate and be creative.
Fantastic. Right, can I just say, Mia, that question was actually asked by none other than Mia Bruce fan page.
Oh yeah!
Hey,
to your fan page, man. I might have to give that a follow, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think I do follow them. If not, I'll definitely give them a follow.
If not, everybody in this panel should be following them. So yeah, man, that is absolutely amazing. The next question, it again goes to you, Mia, but it also goes to Kaine. Now, you love birds. Now, I don't know whether I should be saying Mia and Kaine or Amy and Joey, because you love birds were making it feel like it was an actual real couple. Now, I was feeling that romance. Now, the question is, what was your favorite scene? That goes to either one of you. You can. There's two questions.
You
so
take it away.
Yeah, you can answer the next one, then, Mia.
Favorite scene? Okay. I feel like it's gotta be from Exposed 1. It was only like a really small scene, and it was kind of at the start, and it was just between me and Mia. But it was just a really nice moment, and it made me just be like, that was I like that. It felt good, but in a professional way.
Yeah, it sounds like you're reminiscing.
I know, yeah. Remember, yeah.
And I might as well just ask you the same question, Mia. What was your favorite scene?
That's really hard. I think one of my favorite scenes is definitely from part 2 and 3 kind of merged together in my head. When I was like Amy was begging Joey to see her, and she's like, please, I love you, and all of that, because I think we like improvised quite a lot of that, and it was just really fun to do. That's one of my favorites.
And that's a key thing. I feel like that's probably why nothing jumps out to our heads, is because when we like work together, it just flows so naturally and it balances so well, and I feel very comfortable acting. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it's weird. It's weird as well that you said, like, I hate improvisation normally. Like when it comes to an audition or something, and they're like improv, I'm like literally everything inside me goes no. But I don't know why. Like with Kaine, like we like just it flows so well, and I like really trust him as an actor, so I can improvise and it's fine. So it was really fun.
And you know what? That really does show on screen, and I'm not even just saying that. That really does show. So congratulations and well done for that. And the question that was added onto that was, did you have to kiss in real life?
Yeah, we had to kiss in real life.
We did, but
Yeah?
I think it got cut from the episode.
Oh, okay.
Awkward.
So did you have to, when you was in rehearsals, just adding on to that question, when you was in rehearsals, did you also have to kiss in rehearsals and then do it?
The big technical thing is I'm 6'2" and Mia's 3 foot.
Shut up!
So it's like, how would you get the camera to go pan so high, so low? We couldn't fit it in. It takes 5 minutes just to get up and down.
We basically made twins, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I'll take that, to be fair.
That question was from It's Holloway _D, and I can't say the next word because it's swearing, so I'm just gonna go bleep. And my next question is to Ty. Now, Ty, if everybody that's watched this knows that your character is so upbeat and you make even the darkest moments fun.
Yeah.
Now, the question that's being asked is, are you genuinely on a call or are you having to pretend to be talking, like in your scenes?
No, I'm on a call to my friends. I'm always on a call.
Okay, so you're when you was doing the scenes, you was actually acting with somebody else at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. I was on the call to my friends, but the only scene in part 2, I'm on Instagram live. Because we're about to do a challenge. That's the only time I'm not on the call.
Okay, and how did you find that? Did you find that was easy because it's stuff that you can do anyway, or is that the things that you do?
It definitely felt natural because that's what I do all the time anyway.
Okay.
So it just felt normal, very natural, and it was good to bring it to my character, Ola.
And the other question for that is, who do you think is the most similar to their character in real life? And you can add yourself into that as well.
That's a hard one, you know.
I never wrote the questions. Don't shoot the messenger.
No. You know why? Because I feel like whoever done the casting, they done such a good job because everyone's real character is kind of similar to real life. It's not like it's anything far from it. But
except Ruthxjiah doesn't really go around doing those things, obviously.
Never that.
See, Ruthxjiah, you have to put in that's a good point. I'd say Ruthxjiah definitely, because she's nothing compared to, like, you'd never think she'd.
So you would say that she's the least similar.
Yeah, she's the least similar. That's the.
So who would you say is the most similar? If you had to pick one person.
The most. Ricky.
Yes,
he's a crazy guy, isn't it? This guy's crazy in real life. In the film. Yeah, definitely.
For those that don't know, Ricky is the person that played Enrico, and that's who Ty is saying that is most similar to his character.
Yeah, Ricky's crazy, and he's crazy as Enrico as well. So. Well,
in due time, we've got the next question, and it is to Ricky. So, Ricky, get ready. And what I will say is, in these films, you was having some stress, and I'm sure a lot of people can actually relate to that being in lockdown. Now, the question is, did you actually enjoy filming at home?
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it. It was a whole different experience.
And what about you, Ricky?
I thought it was, I enjoyed the film. Filming in my house. I like the aspect of having to be my own director, own cameraman. Well, obviously not the own director, obviously we've got there, but obviously.
I was thinking, where was I then?
Own director.
Little camera angles and just being in the comfort of my home and filming. So I did enjoy it.
And the other question for you is, what have you found tough on lockdown? Like, what's been the things that have been tough for you?
What have I found tough? it's not being able to see my friends, man. Word. Just being stuck in my house all the time. But you gotta get through it. You get it. Word. So
here's just to add on to that. Was it tough actually filming this with this group of people that obviously you've now become friends with, if you didn't know them before? And was it tough, like, not seeing them even though you was making the film with them?
Not seeing these guys and not being able to film it with them like face to face, very hard. But working a Zoom call and like creating what we created, yeah, man. Obviously, like missing the link up, but we've got this. You get the Zoom call, so it's just good.
Yeah, man. You just make the most of it. That's what I've seen, and that's what I feel about with the film itself. Like the films and doing it, it's like you've not took on any excuses. You've all got together and you said, you know what, look, we're doing this no matter what. Like, people are using excuses not to make things happen, and you guys have just said, nah, we're making 2, we're making 3. The fans are now wanting 4. Everybody's going to be wanting 5. Next thing you know, you're gonna have things that are longer than The Walking Dead. It's going to be taken over. Right. My next question goes to Kaine, my fellow Brummy. I want you, Chook.
I'm all right, mate.
Yes, my brother. Shout out to, West Midlands, obviously.
Black Country, Black Country.
Shout out to my brother Kaine. Right, so the question for you was it weird filming and being so far away from the other characters? Because I'm guessing, was you filming from Wolverhampton and everybody else was filming?
Yeah. You know what? I feel like this is the thing with Fully Focused and these guys. We just made everything work for us and made it work for our advantage, and that's how we do it. And I feel like everyone's so natural with it that you do end up just kind of conversating on the phone, like, and that's what we're meant to be doing. So I don't know if I found it a challenge to be so far away from everyone. I think we've used it to our advantage.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely showed, definitely. And
just say something real quick, Luke.
Go.
Some of the guys in the chat, they're asking if we can see the messages. We can see them, so we will definitely.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We
can see, guys. Yes, we can see your messages. We have somebody that's actually reading your messages and taking them down, and they're going to be relaying them towards me. So we are seeing them,
as many as we can.
Just know I am a man. I cannot multitask, and I need help at this. So
I'll try and pick some out as well. And also, I just had a quick question for Ruthxjiah as well, because it's going back to the question that when it was raised about the actors being in character and how different was the character to them. I know you, isn't it? So I know that you're nothing like Liv, and I know that we had conversations about how to find a way into somebody that would do something like that. Did you want to talk a little bit about what that process was like for you? And then I'll throw it straight back to you, Luke.
Yeah, hi everyone. It was, I mean, I think Teddy heard me a lot of times saying like, yo, but did she do this though? But no, but Teddy, come on, like, yo. And it's being so far from, because literally in my personal life, I could not imagine going this far. I just told you, like, listen, Mia, sleepover, yeah, I'm done. Tell your boyfriend to go home. Do you know what I mean? That's how I'd be. So going to the point of finding the sneakiness and the intention behind it. When we're, as actors, I think, you know, some of the funner roles are sometimes the evil characters, because you get to understand why. There's always a reason why. So for people doing what they do in life, whether you don't understand it, whether you don't see it, is always a reason. I think I just had to keep asking myself why. What is the reason for her going to this extent? Why would you
tap into that pain, didn't you? Like, you had to tap into the pain of
so much more. Like, to understand not to this. I don't think Liv is an evil person, but to dig into something that someone will call. I mean, most people say probably this is an evil act. Do you know what I mean? It's a spiteful act. You have to go to quite a deep, painful place. So it's about relating things in your life that it may not be the same thing, it may not be completely similar, but it will get that same reaction out of you. I mean, something, and when it came to Liv, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard one, because I did battle with it a lot of times. I battled with finding like making the intent look honest, like, oh, this is someone that you know. I mean, everyone knows a girl at school that at some point done this, or boy at school that at some point has done this. So it's finding the truth in that. And like I said, it's just trying to relate my pain or past or reasons for maybe lashing out and putting it with Liv's and giving her a backstory in that sense. Because she's not an evil person. And I don't think anyone is to a degree. So probably just, yeah.
Yeah, and it showed that you was actually like finding the reason behind it, and it showed definitely. I've got actually a question from the chat, and it's from Hannah Kenny, and this is for anybody to answer. So, what was the inspiration behind this project? Who wants to take that?
I'll start with it. So the inspiration came for the first one. It was about dealing with real life issues, things that really happen. And as it's part of a wider campaign called Rise Above, which is set up to encourage younger generation all around the whole of UK and beyond to rise above whatever challenges they might be facing. So in this particular, so we've done quite a few films. You Watch What I Do, that was part of that as well. And then we've done another one called Alt Life. And they're always about different themes. So this one was about tackling kind of the whole impact, how social media can have a negative impact, and how we know it can have positives as well. Obviously, we're using it now in a positive way, but how it can have a negative impact, the impact of loneliness as well, the impact of anger. Obviously, Joey, you see his character, he flares up a lot, and how does he deal with that? And yeah, there was a range of different things within it. So I guess that the inspiration came from, how do we create something that can go out into the atmosphere and help people to see some of these things in a different light, and raise awareness about the things like sharing nudes or getting bullied online or whatever it is, however these things come around, or just even having a persona, you know, like you can be the most popular person in real life, but you can still be struggling and lonely offline, or even online. You can look like you're super popular, but then you could be feeling all types of ways behind the scenes. So I guess all of those things were the inspirations. And then for us, it was just about, how do we create something within that's powerful and relatable? And then once we were locked down, it was, how do we continue the story on during this time and make it relevant to now? And then all the challenges that came with that.
Kaine, can I just ask, how hard is it acting upset on camera?
I think it depends again on what you're getting fed back to you. It's all like I feel like for me it's all about just reflecting what you're getting back. And yeah, I felt like it wasn't too hard. I find it a lot harder to act and like laugh rather than cry. It wasn't necessarily that hard, to be fair. I think things that I try and do, you can have a look at it. People that are in acting, you can have a look at it in two ways. You can try to trigger it from emotional recall, or something from your past, or something that can upset you to trigger it, or you can do it mechanically, which like some people, technique that some people use, like they fake yawn, but don't yawn, but do that action, keep your jaw clenched, and your eyes start to well, and they start to work. That's one way of doing it, but I always try and go with more of an emotional approach first, and if that don't work, then like mechanical more.
Yeah, man. So basically, you've took your own techniques into it and made it work, basically, right? For the right purpose of the scene.
Yeah, man. And I feel like it depends on how much you want to give as well, but yeah, that's totally up to the director as well, isn't it?
Definitely. Ruthxjiah, can I just ask, well, firstly, we love that your character was showing the realness about how tough it can be, especially with your parents working in a hospital. And I know there's a lot of people that are feeling that right now and are scared, also showing their appreciation to people that work in the hospitals and stuff like that. And I think that was great for everybody that's been part of this cast to actually show that. But the question that I want to ask is, what have you been doing in real life to manage lockdown?
What have I been doing to get through lockdown? Yeah. I have been, do you know what? Personally, I'm a Christian, so a lot of praying has been going down. I think because I'm not someone that worries about being in my own company a lot, so being in lockdown is literally my everyday. Like, I'm a bit of a hobbit in that sense. But I know that with doing that, your thoughts can get ahead of you, and you know, things like depression or other thoughts, whatever can come through. So I've had to pray a lot. Apart from that, trying to get out as much as I can, like when I can, because there's the habit of, you know, you get in your bed, you wake up in the morning, and you're just like, I got a good hour, I can just chill here, there's nowhere to go. Whereas you always feel that pressure. You guys know what I'm talking about. They even act like we don't all do it. Like, you ain't going nowhere. So I've been
sleeping with no alarm, just waking up.
Do you know what I mean? It feels exactly, it feels good. And then when you wake up, not that instant, like, it's like, oh wait, we can sit in for a bit, we can let this sit. But yeah, getting out as much as I can, going shops as much as I can. It may seem trivial, but just even walk to a corner shop. Trying to get on with things that I put aside a lot. So little hobbies, maybe it's writing or things like that. Yeah, that's been most of it. And talking to friends as much as I can, catching up with people.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I've got a question from the chat. It's from Tom Talbot, and it's, did any of the cast get to improvise during the scenes? Like in part 3 where Amy and Cassie fall over the bed. Was that improvised or was that planned?
Yeah, that was pretty much improvised. Me and my sister Anya, who plays Cassie, Teddy, we did it a few times, and then Teddy at the end was like, okay, this is going to be the last take, just do what you want with it. And then Anya's face was literally like, she was chuffed, and yeah, she just decided to take me out and kick me in the head, basically. And break the bed.
So we used that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? We do a lot of improv because you have the script, and then we rehearse. We do loads of drafts of scripts until we feel like they're as strong as they can be. Then we rehearse with it and try and get it feeling more fluid. And then even when we're actually shooting, whether it's this project or whether we're shooting nothing to do with Zoom or lockdown, just a normal full-scale production, we're always trying to find the best, most realistic raw feel for everyone, for all the actors, the project itself. Because, you know, that authenticity is something at NYM that we pride ourselves on. And I've seen a lot of comments. I'm looking at the comments in the, I don't think you can see, but I'm looking at some of the comments now on NYM. And I just wanted to answer a couple quickly. A lot of people are asking how to become an actor on NYM. The best thing to do is to follow us at UK Fully Focus on Insta, because we post a lot of castings and opportunities and stuff on there all the time. We try and give as many opportunities and different things like that as we can to get involved. Someone asked, have we ever worked with a donkey? So that would be yes, when we made Shrek. Have you ever rode a unicorn? Every day, but no unicorns were hurt in the making of this series. Bust me a Kit Kat. I ain't got none, and I don't eat them chocolates there. Only 100%, 90%, 80% dark chocolate only for me.
I just saw a question in there. Ted, and it was, well, not even a question. It was a statement.
I love them. I love all the questions. Keep them coming.
I think it was a statement, and I think Mia was actually laughing at this statement because I saw her smiling, and I was like, "Did she just read this?" And it was Mia looking like a lockdown bae, you know. And
lockdown bae.
That's what she was reading. She was reading that, and I saw her laughing. I saw her.
You got her.
No, don't, I'm going red.
Yeah, if that made you go red, there's another one. Is Mia pregnant?
Oh, wow. Right, swift.
There's your reaction. Whoever asked that question, that is your reaction. Wait, I can say who.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Let me swiftly move up because we've got to change this conversation and change the subject, and it goes straight to, was Liv suffering from depression? Did everybody hear that? The question was Liv suffering from depression?
That's a big jump.
Good question.
Yeah, it is
Was
a big
Liv suffering?
Yeah, was Liv suffering from depression, or is Liv suffering from depression?
While you think about that, Ricky, they think that you're bored, bro. They don't
I'm
understand
not bored.
that you're a laid-back guy.
Hey, I'm very chilled. I'm very chilled.
Right. Whilst you're thinking about that, then, could I just ask, what is the relationship with you guys all together when you're not acting? So, like, what is your friendship right now?
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, we're good, man.
We're a family.
Really good.
We're peoples.
And
But no one knew each other before this, except I'd worked with Mia before, and that was it, right?
And you know what? That's
anyone else before the first Exposed.
That's crazy, because the screen chemistry that you all guys have and all three just is amazing. So I think you telling me that nobody actually knew each other, I actually thought that some of you might have actually known each other before this project. So again, just shows how much of an amazing job you all done.
Good people, man. And like, honestly, you don't get that in every job. You don't get that on every project. Mm-hmm. There's been a few lucky times where I've been able to be like, oh my gosh, these are like-minded people where I'm very safe to do and explore.
Right, I'm going to ask one more question, and then we are going to head over to a mini.
Sorry, just to ask, are you going to come back about the depression one?
Yeah. Rothxjiah,
I didn't want to cut you off. Sorry. I was going to say, I don't think Liv. Personally, I don't think she suffered from depression. I don't think it was something that she was maybe self-medicating for, or going to see someone for. But I do think that at that time in her life, she was depressed. And I just want to be careful with answering that, because I know that it's quite a touchy topic, and I don't know the levels of depression and so on. But when I did, look into the character and did her research, I didn't want it to sit in there. I didn't want it to be a case of the depression was an excuse for her actions, because I feel like people go through, moments in life where you may be lower in some points than others. And I think at this point, she was just at a lowest point, because at one point she was Amy's support. She was the one that was there for Amy. She even said it in the script at one point. When you were down or so on, I was there for you. So no, I don't think she suffered from depression, but I do think she was at a really low point. She's an only child.
Lonely,
that doesn't help. Yeah.
Definitely lonely. And loneliness is a serious thing. Like, that's something major that we wanted to talk about in the film, because mental health is something that people have got better at talking about and opening up about. But loneliness still feels like something that no one would necessarily want to admit, that they're lonely, or how would you say that to a friend, or how would you, so we thought that was quite important. That going back to the point I said earlier, you can be the most popular person in the world at school or online, but you can still feel lonely in yourself, within yourself. And I was just to add to what Teddy's saying, I feel like it is also, it's strange that we might be at a time where people more likely admit to being depressed than they would to being lonely, because at least they can maybe put a label on depression and put like, oh, I'm getting medicated, or it's a clinical thing. Whereas with loneliness, I mean, no one's gonna be like, oh yeah, to your man then, with your girls, like, I'm lonely. Do you know what I mean? So I just to add to that, yeah, for real. Well said. Right.
My final question is going to you, Teddy. And
I'm back.
Just before we take a mini break and we do a quiz for the everybody that's watching here, so do not leave. We're going to do a quiz, and you guys will be winning a t-shirts. The t-shirts that are on some of the cast members that are in here. Show us your t-shirts if you have them on, please. So let me ask Teddy this question. Teddy, tell us a little bit about the filming process and how you've done it. I want to relate that to more so towards number 2 and 3.
So the process for 2 and 3 was unique for all of us, because none of us had ever done it before, and none of us knew what to expect. And we had a lot of conversations beforehand, and we weren't quite sure how we were going to do it. We didn't know if we were going to be sending filming lights and trying to send filming equipment to everybody's house. We didn't know what kind of role Zoom would play in it. And there was a lot of different conversations. But in the end, we decided to just go with only the you only will see the characters when they're using any of their tech. So whether that's their laptop or their phone, and they'd either have to be on a like WhatsApp call or a FaceTime or a Zoom call, whatever, using one of those devices, or they're on Insta Live, which we made our own Insta. I don't know if anyone spotted that, but it wasn't a real Insta. We made it all from scratch. I don't know how many people spotted the name of the school as well. And in the logo, that should be an extra prize. What else was in the logo and what was the name of the school? There's two things relevant to us as an organization within the logo. And we like putting those little Easter eggs in there. So was thinking about ways to do that with this one. But yeah, so there was a lot of new things to think about, and we didn't know quite how it was going to work. But then thankfully, Banny, who is a long-time DOP outside of Fully Focused and also within Fully Focused, he's made a lot of the films that I've directed, including the first Exposed and a bunch of others I've spoken about, like Deep Hit, Drawn Out, Watch What I Do, Rewind Forward, Nadia, Eviction, loads of them, 18, loads of them. He and the editor, Ollie, who again has edited so many things that we've done over the years, worked out all the technical logistics of how we could still try and have the freedom to work within Zoom that we would have when we're editing a normal film. Because often with Zoom, you or with any of these calls, you're a bit limited to what you can do. So yeah, we had to work out a lot of stuff basically. But then it was about having fun, and all of us lot together, coming together and working out how we were going to do it as well. So it was a very big team effort. Like every single film, every film that we've ever made has been a massive team effort, with all of the FF Young team being involved from start to finish as well. And this was, similar to that again, in terms of it being a big team effort. Not as many of the FF Young team were involved in this one because obviously everyone's in lockdown. It was a bit of a different situation, but it was a big team effort because of how much the actors had to do themselves as well. So I think for everyone, it was a bit of a new experience, but we embraced it and we were very happy because it gave us a creative outlet to have while in lockdown and to come back together as well and do something fun. And that's the thing, like we had so much fun. We had so much fun making the first one and being there in person, and thankfully having a premiere just before the lockdown happened on the 13th of March. And then we got to have a lot of fun doing this in a totally new way. So I think all of us were just, very grateful for it as well. And the challenge of the process was part of the fun of it all. I don't know if any of the guys want to like jump on it.
I just wanted to ask, with the filming for 2 and 3, was they all recorded on laptops? Did some people use phones? Was it iPads? What was everybody's different, or did you have a specific way, or like a definite, like it had to be a laptop kind of thing?
We wanted to use a mixture to keep it fresh, so that you weren't just looking at one angle all the time. And even when we did mobiles,
so that was a choice, basically. That was a choice to have some horizontal, some vertical,
some portrait, and then with laptops you get a fuller screenshot. It was also about how do we use the frame, because that is our frame now. That's our camera. So you will notice in the films we use a lot of different blocking to get the actors really close to camera sometimes, to have them further away, wide shot, mid shot, medium, extreme close up, be at the side of the lens. How can we use it? And the guys were great at finding some awesome like shots of their own as well. Mia, go ahead.
Sorry, this is not relevant to what you're just saying at all. But loads of people probably think, why didn't I say that I'm not pregnant? And I'm not pregnant. I'm not with child. Just before that goes anywhere, I'm not.
She didn't need to. What do you call it?
Deny it.
No, you didn't need to. What do you call the word?
Entertain.
entertain, yeah, that question.
Right, yeah. I'm not, no, that's fine.
Right,
no.
before I actually go on to the quiz, I just want to ask Ty a quick question. Ty, with your social media, like your social media following, how do you find using your social media and your acting? Like, how do you find that balance in actually still acting and doing work and then carrying on with the social media? Do you find it clashes at times?
It's tricky. That's something I've been trying and talking to the team with. And it was more of a challenge before, where I was just trying to, at first I was trying to just keep it kind of separate. I was trying to, obviously I've got my Ty Logan brand, and as Terrell Morgan playing Ola, I didn't want everyone to think that Ola has any association with Ty Logan, sorry. I wanted to keep them separate, but yeah, it was a challenge. Definitely, it's definitely a challenge to do that.
And do you find that that the social media aspect can, just for people that may be thinking the same, do you think that can stop people from getting work in the acting industry as well, or do you think that they can both coincide? Do you think that they can both?
Sorry, what did you say? Sorry, man.
Sorry, do you think that the social media game and the acting game can both work together, or do you feel like if people think, oh, you're just that social media guy, do you think that that's going to stop people from doing
I feel like they can. I feel like they can definitely work together. Depending on what kind of goals you're looking to go for, it can definitely benefit you.
Yeah, for sure.
Benefit your career. So.
Indeed. Right. I'm just going to head over to the quiz question. Whilst I'm doing that, my panelists, I need you guys to be looking through the comments on the YouTube, looking through the comments on the Zoom, and you guys need to be picking out questions that you want to ask the other panelists, because I'm going to be firing them over to you in a minute. So you guys find yourself some questions that you like. It could be on your social medias. It could be in your DMs. It could be on these chats. Just find a question that you guys want to ask, and we're going to relay that.
There's loads in the Zoom, like literally.
There's loads in the Zoom. So just look in the Zoom chat, look in the YouTube chat. You got this. Right, I'm just going to head over to this for you guys to actually win a prize, or more than one. We are giving away the T-shirts, the exposed T-shirts, and we have a few questions. So get your answers ready on the chats on both the YouTube and the Zoom, and get ready to answer this, because whoever gets it answered correctly first gets a T-shirt. So question one. Oh, and also Alex will be getting in contact with you on a direct message. So all you need to do is give him your name and your address. The first question, so get ready on the comments, is what has Joey got on the front of his hat? So this is just to see how much you guys have actually been watching. So
I like it.
Oh, look at the hats on the screen. There's a little exposure there from Kaine. But yeah, so the question is, what has Joey?
These lot are active, innit? They're active.
There we go. That's what I like to see, man. I like to see these active comments, man. So you guys want to be winning these T-shirts, so get commenting. So Alex is going to be contacting you privately to let you know that you have won this T-shirt, man. But I have 4 questions, so don't worry if you don't get the first one.
There's so many. Like, to the actors, was it easier to relate to your characters in lockdown because you were experiencing the same type of situation, or did you struggle with distance and communicating with your team?
Yeah, there's absolutely loads.
Comey. It looks like Naomi, the Irish way of spelling Naomi, but with a C. But I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. I just say Comey. What up, Comey?
So yeah, there's loads of people saying rose, flower. Oh, I wonder what's the correct question? What's the correct answer? Who knows, man? Who knows?
Oh, Kiva. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Kiva.
Right. I'm just gonna go on to, because we got 4 T-shirts to give out. Is that correct, right? Just before I start throwing out T-shirts that ain't even there. We got four questions, yeah? So stop me if I'm wrong, because I'm about to ask the second question. The second question is, who is making up noise in Ricky's house and why? Who is making up noise in Ricky's house and why? So for y'all that want to be winning a
These lot are so fast.
While you're asking those questions, should we be answering some of the questions that are in the?
No, I'm gonna after the 4 questions that I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna pass over to them questions that you've found.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So find yourself a question, and then just 1 question each, and then
1 question each. Oh man. All right.
I'll let everybody just comment, because wait there. Let me just see. I've obviously got the answer here. You know, I prepared earlier. Right. Number 3, question 3 was, what celebrity plays a cameo role?
Oh,
celebrity that plays a cameo role, and who is that?
Another one of our family that we've worked with quite a few times.
So who is that celebrity? Just to add that, there's probably a few as well. So you've got, there's one in one. There's
answers flying.
We are going.
They're ready. No games.
We are going for the answer from number 3, from the third one, because I know there's a few celebrities in here with fan pages and that. You know what I'm saying? Got a few celebrities in here. We've got a few blue ticks in here and that. But we're going from somebody that's not in here, and
someone put Boris Johnson. Shut up.
Right, and question 4. This one, I'm hoping everybody gets as well. Question 4 is, what grade is Ola predicted?
Yeah, I heard him say.
Yeah.
Raw. Yo, these answers are coming in quick.
Ready.
They're rapid.
Bruh.
Someone said I'm not American.
Hello. They're coming in rapid. I will just say, I apologize to you guys.
Year 11.
You know about my grades, man.
Are they real though? Are you acting for them grades, or are they legit?
Active, ready.
Is that Ty's grades though, or is it Ola's grades? What are we saying?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's Ola's grades. You want to know about Ty's.
What I will say is the comments in the Zoom have been going off, and the comments in the YouTube have been going off, and that is the 4 questions, and I think everybody's answered 1 correctly. So 4 of you are going to be getting direct messages. You're going to be getting a t-shirt. Congratulations, shout out to you. Now I'm going to head over back to the panel that is here, and we're going to have a question each. If you haven't got a question, just let me know. But if you have got a question, I'm going to come at you and ask you.
Wait, so we have to have a question, right?
Yeah, so I've got 6. I want questions from for each cast member and 1 for Ted. Yeah, let's do this. If you found tell you what, if you found more than 1, please ask a few. But if you've only got the 1, that's fine as well. So I'm going to come to you, Mia, first.
I knew you were going to do that.
You're the top left of my screen. Like, wait. Ladies first.
It's mad, you know. Someone just told me off for biting my nails.
All right, I'll tell you what. Do you want me to ask somebody else, Mia? Do you want me to ask somebody else?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Can the character who plays Amy answer the first question, please?
That
was good. That was really good.
I thought he was going to let you off then as well.
Yeah, so did I.
Right.
Am I asking a question or answering one?
So you're going to ask one. You're going to ask one that's somebody from anybody from the comments. You're going to ask one, and somebody from this panel is going to answer.
To a specific person?
Okay, if you've not found your question, I'm going to zoom over to Kaine. And Kaine, have you found a question that you wanted to ask?
They're crazy.
What? I can ask anyone. Ask anyone at all.
So yeah, you can ask anyone from any of the questions that have been put in the chats on either the YouTube or the Zoom.
There was a question, and I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was actually specifically to someone, but it was saying, who was your closest castmate? And I'm going to send that to Ty. Put Ty on the spot right there.
Ooh.
What do you say? Ty left the chat.
What? There's crew involved as well.
Yeah, everyone.
Crew as well, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Remember MySpace when you had your top friend? This is that moment.
Nah,
right
I ain't gonna
now.
lie. Do you know who my no for real? Because obviously man loved everyone and that. But do you know someone that was good to me? Someone that I enjoyed. And it's gotta be Jade. You see Jade?
Jade. Yeah.
Jade.
Shout out to Jade, man.
She was a crew member. She was there for everyone, man. But I had love for everyone. She was
Shout
good
out
to
Jade.
me,
Yeah.
Shout out to Jade, man. As soon as she come in this chat, she was on vibes. She was coming in with energy.
And that's exactly what you need sometimes on set, man. Like Teddy can talk a bit more about this, but when we filmed the first Exposed, he was quite ill, man. But it's about that energy, just having someone there that can boost your energies.
Bro, she came into this chat. We was all just chilling, like, yeah, hi guys. And she come in and she was like, bah! And I was like, yo, I feel pumped. I felt like I was in the gym.
It really helps. It really helps, man. It helps.
Yeah, man.
No, she's good, man. Good energy, man.
Amazing energy, man. You can feel it straight away. And I've not even met her. So from you saying that, from me hearing her for like 2 minutes is an amazing thing. So I'm not going to pick on anyone. If anyone's got a question, you just say.
There's a question here from Tayo, if that's how I pronounce your name. How did you, if it's not, apologies, how did you all make sure you guys were convincing teenagers? Was there anything you had to stop yourself from doing or remind yourself to do? But they are all teenagers. These guys are all 15, didn't you know?
What?
I'm joking. That's a good question.
I wish.
I don't.
Yeah.
So that's to you guys. Anyone want to answer that?
Well, personally, I always play a teenager because I still look really young. So I think I'd actually find it harder to not play a teenager than play a teenager at this point. Thanks, Ricky. But also I have a sister that's 18 years old. So I kind of just try and act a bit like her. And yeah.
So wait, your sister that was in the film was 18?
No. Sorry, everyone makes this mistake. No. My sister that was in the film is 12.
Oh, I was gonna say, she looks young, boy. What's going on?
Yeah, no, and then I have another sister that's 18.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna put my light on.
Hey, Al, can you change Ruthxjiah's name back? Because she's got Nikki B's name at the moment.
No.
Did anybody else find a comment that they wanted to ask any other?
I had a question, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
it's not from any of these. It was from my Instagram.
Yeah, man.
I think this could go towards Teddy personally. I got a question saying, what was the storyline going to be? Oh, sorry. What was the storyline going to be if there was no lockdown? Obviously, personally, if there was no lockdown, I think there wasn't going to be another Exposed or part. But obviously, for the lockdown, we got another part. But if there was going to be another Exposed, take away the lockdown, what would the storyline be? That's what they asked.
Yeah, it's a good question, and
a very good question.
Yeah, I don't know if there would have been an Exposed part 2 or not. A lot of the things that we make go out on NYM, obviously, and people always ask for part 2, which we love, but we can't always make part 2 because whoever we've made it for, whoever's commissioned it, not necessarily are then going to commission a second part. And as everyone knows, making quality productions is something you do need budget for. Like, we've done stuff for free in the past. You got to do it when you start out. We've all done it, and we've all done many free roles along the way. But when you don't have the resources, it's hard to do a second part, and it's frustrating because there's quite a few films we'd have loved to do part 2s for. So whether or not, if let's just say that there was going to be a part 2, then I think we would definitely go into a bit further into Liv's story and find out, what's going on in the background for her, and what happened next as well. Like, did her and Amy make friends again? Like, what happened? And if I could have, I would have added like a load more drama as well, because we do like the dramatic films that you know, make people cry, make you think, make you sit on the edge of your seat, make you feel like full of joy, love. We like to make, you know, move people. So yeah, that's probably what number 2 would have been. But as it was in lockdown, Rosa put the idea forward to Jan, who we work with on all the Rise Above stuff, and Jan made it happen. And here we are. We never, like I said, we never knew what we were going to do or how we were going to do it, but we found a way, and we're all proud of what we did.
Well, I think that answers the question then, didn't it?
that was it. Nah, man, that was an amazing answer to the question. Has anybody else got a question that they found in the chat of any chats or their own social medias that they would like to ask?
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, I got one. Quick one for Kaine.
Yeah, let's go to Ty and we'll go back to Ricky.
Are you trying to fly to you now, Kaine?
Huh?
He's on to you now, Kaine.
I know.
Nah, it's an easy one though. It's an easy one. Is it hard changing character from a soldier to a high school boy?
You know, I'd say not necessarily too hard, because what you got to remember is I filmed Our Girl like last summer.
Yeah.
So although it was on TV around the same times as this, it wasn't necessarily hard, but I feel like it was probably easier to play a soldier for me than to play a teenager. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But for me, yeah, it was easier to play a soldier.
It was easy to play a soldier, yeah?
Mm.
It's that blood running from wolves, man. He's holding it down for wolves, isn't it?
That's what it is. We just want to. It's
the Midlands bloodline. Ricky, you had another question, so I'm going to fire straight back over to you.
Oh, sugar, I did, didn't it? Oh, I can't laugh.
Got it. Oh, but we've had a question. Anyone can answer this one. Any tips on getting into the industry, breaking through? Any advice for actors trying to do that?
My personal advice is just any opportunities that come back, like casting, like what Fully Focused do, like, yeah, man, just go ahead, apply for it, send emails, send headshots. Obviously, the more professional you are with, I think I got this from Kaine. I can't lie, I'm just copying Kaine what I saw in the story.
Yeah.
Go on, you're relaying it well.
I am hilarious. I know, okay, you do it, man. You done it professionally.
Nah, bro, you were saying was correct, man. Carry on.
Oh, sugar, don't.
Nah, but Ricky, I agree with what you're saying because in order for me to, even me as the host today, to be here in front of all you guys that have done this amazing film, I just jumped on a whim and met everybody from Fully Focused from a different project, and then now I'm here today. So if anybody who's watching this live or in any of these, you watch it at a later date, if you are thinking about getting into the industry, whether it be entertainment, acting, presenting, whatever it is, you've just got to do. So apply, get things done, network with as many people as you can, and who knows what will happen. You never know who's watching. That is probably one of the biggest things. You never know who's watching. And
exactly. And it's about not doing it for the result. It's about doing it for the process and the love of it, because the results, you know, it might not ever live up to what it is in your head. And it might not meant to be. That might be the carrot on the stick that leads you, keeps driving you forward. But yeah.
Also,
go on.
No, I was just gonna say. Also, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, that way around. Yeah. Like it's a long process, and it's a lot of hard work, but it's something you should stick at if you love it.
Also, I would say, the other thing is, it's okay to say no, or I feel like some people with acting, they feel like they need to do everything, like just to like put on their CV, But me personally, I feel like people should do things what they feel like they're like comfortable in. It's like doing something you like because you like it, not because of the like you just said a minute ago, not because of the what's the word? Someone help me here. Not because of the prize. Yeah, do it because you like it. You get it. Yeah, man. Mm.
Amazing. Honestly, like all you guys actually just relaying these answers to everybody in here. I think everybody's going to take that on board, and if they want to, and the fact is, if people want to do it, they'll do it. So, and this is the perfect time to be doing it, guys. We're in lockdown, so it's time to get practicing, get networking. Just do as much as you can, and then when lockdown's over, get going, man.
Everyone has extra time right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You may never get this.
Well, most people have that extra time, and if you do have that extra time, take advantage of it. Definitely.
Yeah, true.
Is anybody else found any questions that they would like to ask? Yes,
I have one. Would you do this style of filming again? Obviously not under these conditions, but there was a project, I'm assuming.
I definitely would.
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
definitely.
I'd like to do it in like a horror genre and just really go all out with it.
That would be sick.
You just get people coming out of the laptop screen like,
Nowhere. Yeah. What about you guys? Would you work like this again?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Everyone said yes.
There's such a naturalistic essence to it. I think that it makes you just relax.
It works. It definitely works.
You know who else said yes? Me? Yo, holla. Right, the next question. Everybody in here, what do you think, if you was to create another episode, what do you think should be covered in that episode?
I like that question.
So anything that's been missed or anything that you think that is a must to be in that the new episode?
It depends if it is a lockdown, if it's another lockdown edition. And if it's a lockdown edition, what can we, I think what
domestic
we could
violence.
Start seeing the resolve to some of the people's issues. Like, like Ricky's character Enrico resolving his situation with his family that are arguing and so on. I think, but then if it was outside of that, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, for sure. If it's outside of that, it's the link up, innit? It's the link up, it's the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The link up is
nice
the party.
to do an episode where they all reunite.
Sorry, Mia.
No, I was just saying it's cool to do a reuniting episode.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think it's only right from the amount of people that have been in both of these chats and the comments that are firing through. Like, I feel like the support's already there, guys, and it just shows how much of an amazing job you guys have done. And I like you guys. I feel like I need to say it a few more times for you actually to like get it in. Like, you have done an absolutely amazing job, and I don't know people that are doing this in lockdown, and you guys have absolutely smashed it, like out of the water, smashed it. So.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for pulling it on. I sat there and watched all three all at the same time, and then I watched the behind the scenes, and I was like, yo, where's the race? What's going on? Does anybody else have another question that they found?
Sky asked, this is a quick one I can answer straight away. Sky Ella Spencer asked, wasn't Mia the mean girl in Watch What I Do? Was that you, Mia?
Yeah.
Oh, check you. Fan page.
I had different color hair though, so kinda.
Yeah, I just think there's so many amazing things that people have been saying in these chats, and
thank you for all the support, guys. Really, like we do this for you. This is why we create content, so that other people can enjoy it and hopefully take something from it, get some inspiration from it, feel something from it. That's what it's all about. And we always try and like raise the bar with everything we do. We always try and hit the highest of the highest heights that we can. And we always push beyond that. And it's the same with everybody who's part of Fully Focused, everybody part of MYM, all of the cast, all of the crew, everyone, like all of you guys, you love pushing yourself in it beyond your limits. This is why we do what we do. So thank you guys, because if there was no audience, then we would have no one to make stuff for. We'd just make it and watch it ourselves, which wouldn't be the same. Well, I still enjoy it though.
It'd still be fun. Still
Yeah.
be fun.
Well, I was gonna say, see, when you can look at your own work and say, I've done well, you know that you've come a long way in the journey, because we're all our own worst critics, isn't it? So if you're able to say, you know what, that was good, then you know, all right, how many years has it taken to get to that stage? It takes years. So everyone who's watching thinking, I want to do more, or I want to start, get involved and just be in it for the long run. Never, ever, 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 ever give up.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Why are you gonna cry? No, we're not
gonna cry.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Happy
Why
spirit.
are you always crying, baby?
I always cry. Leave me alone.
Guys, this is time. And this is the
Liv,
finale.
who was barling in Lightfoot. What do you know? Why? I went to all these clubs.
Right, guys, it's time then, man. Before Mia starts crying up in the place, we're gonna cry with happiness. We're gonna get dancing. I just want to say an amazing thank you to everybody that's joined with us today. Please start spamming these comments with claps, fist bumps, hands in the air, dancing emojis, everything. Be active in these chats. Get it going, because you know why? Ricky!
No. Good
spirits, bro.
We got some bars for us.
Ricky, the party scene music, get that cracking right.
Wait. Can we please bring some of our amazing participants in, please, so that they can come into the actual chat? Can everyone? Yeah, man. Videos. Come in, like.
People won't see people's videos, but you will be able to hear their audio.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought we could. All right, let's hear some audio then. And
yeah, let's hear some audio.
What about any of our team? Can they come in?
Yes, I can put in some of our peeps.
Also, Ricky, don't think I'm letting you off. Like,
we're not doing that.
Get that music ready. Not yet.
Look at all the love. Oi! All the love.
You know, man.
Screenshot.
What's going on?
Thank you.
Hey.
Hello.
Squaddy.
Yes, Jay.
Come on.
What's going on?
That's Nicky B, everyone.
You know how we
fully focused. Nicky B with the hat on. Me and Nicky now fully focused together.
Molly Kirk, if you want to.
2010. Guys, it's our 10th birthday.
Oh, wow.
We got celebrations to do.
What is it today?
Their voice is going in.
That's an exclusive that would be celebrating our 10th birthday.
Young Shaq, if you want to do a shout
out. Lighting isn't very good.
Guys, I don't know if you guys have been seeing like this awesome reviewer that's been like reviewing part 2 and part 3. I'm just gonna add him in now. I don't know if Tom, if you want to say something when
shout out
Tom.
Bellenea, who's been with us, and Jake since the beginning of Fully Focused history, the full 10 years of FF.
OGs, veterans, and that.
Come on.
Free to speak if you want, Tom.
Shout out Banny, the DOP. For a DOP, he's decided to go with the deacon look, and I don't mean Adam. I mean Roger. Yeah, and he's doing I'm going with the natural light of the moment look.
Natural light.
It's because he hasn't got his sky background. He's created his own sky background. Look at that.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Tom, are you there?
Oh, you're right.
How you doing, man?
Good, thanks.
Thanks for all your reviews. We really appreciate them. All of us, we read them and we really do.
Word, I read it. I appreciate it, man. Word.
You're welcome.
Oh, we appreciate it so much.
I appreciate
they're very detailed, man, and yeah, man, it's good. It's good stuff.
Means
Thank you.
That you've taken the time to absorb it and really
watch it and review it, and
we appreciate that. You know, all of us.
So, what did you think of it, man? The last episode, Tom.
It was really good.
What was your favorite part of it?
When Ricky and not Ricky, sorry.
What?
When Joey and Amy made up.
I really got excited, and I thought you was gonna gas my head.
Ready for it.
How do we read it?
Man just killed my dream differently.
It's in the comment. Maybe it can be reposted. Maybe you could post one of the reviews in the in the live chat, Tom. Someone's asking how can they read it.
Which one?
True, King Jimmy. This is sick. Technology is powerful when used properly. Trust me. We saw all the love coming through as well on the YouTube, and we appreciate you guys so much.
Definitely, everybody who comments and watches and chats to us and is just part of the family. Yeah, we love you, man. We appreciate you.
Can you guys hear our audio? We can bring some of you lot in so that we can hear your audio.
Sienna, if you want to come on the YouTube, I can bring you in, Sienna.
Wow. So Al, if in the chat, if they just say who would like their audio,
if you put your hand up, if you raise your hand, guys, then I know that you're willing to talk.
You're gonna get a bag of spams in. Why are you doing Illuminati?
I'm trying to do hearts, man.
There you go. I think Sienna was trying to give you guys a shout out. Was that you, Sienna?
Hey, Sienna, you know, that.
Hey, King of the Goats, you're really going in, innit? You're really going in with the king talk. But thank you. You should be called King of the Trolls, because sometimes you're nice and sometimes you're mean. Why are you mean sometimes, King of the Goats?
Who?
King of the Goats. Sometimes he's nice in the chat. I've been seeing you. Oh, that's
on the YouTube chat.
But we love everybody.
I bet that you're not a mean person. I bet you're a nice person.
Just trying to bring
Amy, did you want to say something, Amy Morley?
Oh my God, I actually made it on here.
Hey, you made it.
I just wanted to say that I really, really do love Exposed. I thought it was really good. And I've also watched Mia on Get Even. And I've also seen Kaine on Our Girl. I absolutely love both of your characters. I'm a big fan of Get Even and Our Girl. I really do enjoy them shows. I just want to say that you're absolutely amazing actors. And it's really a pleasure to see you do all this amazing work and that on the shows that you do and also on YouTube and that. It's just, I also love the idea of multi-youth media. I think it's brilliant, and also all the other things as well. I think it's fantastic.
I'm gonna cry again.
Oh, don't cry.
Million youth, but thank you.
Make me cry, Amy.
You need to see Ruthxjiah in a film called The Last Tree. Amazing film. And then I'm sure you've probably, have you ever watched Top Boy?
Yeah, I've seen that.
What about Ricky in Top Boy? He smashes it as well.
Jason
smashed that.
Have you seen Ty in the car? Have you seen Ty when he gets in the car? Oh, problems.
Icon.
Top Boy was funny, you know.
Oh, it's a problem.
Who else is on
I think
audio?
Rosie was one of our competition winners.
I am.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
That's good to hear.
I just wanted to say how...
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you enjoyed the Zoom Q&A tonight?
Yeah, it's been so good. And I just wanted to say how much I love Exposed.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's so cool how you've done it in lockdown. Just, it's like the only obviously thing coming out right now, and it's just been so nice to have that to look forward to.
Oh, thanks a lot. That means a lot to all of us. You can see everyone's reaction. Look how everyone's smiling. Look, everyone.
It's mad because like a lot of things have stopped.
Yeah.
Down, and then like you guys are just carrying on, and it's just sick.
Yeah.
Where are you two in the UK? Where are you both?
Sunday or soon come.
I'm in London.
West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire.
Yeah, man.
A lot of us are in London, but some is in the West Midlands or East Midlands or in the Midlands.
What was the movie that Ruthxjiah was in? What's it called again?
Oh, The Last Tree.
Where can we find that?
On Blu-ray and DVD.
Get that now.
Sorry, team, if you're watching this.
I can't watch it. I can't watch
Everyone's got a PS4.
It was in the cinema, but it's probably on DVD somewhere. My G, you have to find that.
Yeah, they can buy it. Put it on their PS4.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, exactly. What Kaine said.
Banny,
Right.
your thing does look like art now. You got red and blue going on.
To the technical team.
Silent. He looks like a guru.
To the technical team that are in here, I just want to say I'm looking at the YouTube comments and a lot of people are saying I want to join the Zoom chat. I want to join the Zoom. And I'm just thinking, is it possible to get the guys together again and get some more people in the Zoom chat? Because there's so many people commenting saying, "Can we be in the Zoom chat and stuff?" And I think it would be good.
Now.
Join us.
If they can be sent it, then yeah. But there's
I
people
could do that. We can work that.
Yeah, man.
But we're sort of on time for the 9:30 wrap.
That's what I was saying about if there was maybe another time where everybody got together and went for a round 2 for the fans, for the people, for the family.
Yeah, I think we can
play some music.
We can definitely do that. Someone said Miss Rahima said that The Last Tree was sick. And then V said, any tips for young female directors? Just do as much as you can do as often as you can. That's it. Like, just get out and do whatever you can, whenever you can. Keep inspired, watch as much as you can watch, read as much as you can read, and get inspired, and don't wait for anyone. If you've got access to any camera, phone, even a phone, we've showed that what you can do just by using everyone, not even being together, and using everyone's laptops and phones. I would say, just do as much as you can do as often as you can. Here's Alex in the building, the manager of SIM. Come on.
Shout out to Alex. Right, guys, I've been contacted by the Zoom gods as I need to say, watch this space, and we're gonna wrap up on a high. And Ricky, take
it away, Ricky.
Get that tune ready.
Do the track, man.
Yo, everybody, why are you all sitting down? What are you doing?
Come on.
What are you doing? Let's get up and get ready to bring. Come on.
Ty.
Mia, grab that water.
I need to hear the music.
What's the copyright
situation? Apart from the music player, because I'm just hearing voices. I can't hear no music.
I can't hear music.
You'll have to drop a beatbox, Jake.
Right. If I do get muted, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been in this live. Thank you for everyone that's been doing an amazing job. And Ricky, take it away.
Big up, bro. Thank you so much.
Big up everyone.
Luke. Great host.
Thank you.
I'm winning. Yeah.
Where's this music, man? I'm ready to go.
I'm trying to get something on my laptop. Not my laptop, my phone. Sorry.
Well, whilst we're waiting for that, everybody in the comments, light up with some hearts, some emojis. Let's get it all ready. Give us that energy that we need. Where's Jade up in
the same beat? I'm baffled.
Ben, are you playing in?
Don't surprise me with some next beat.
You want? Wait, what? Are we talking about Ricky's beat?
Yeah, from the end of part 3.
Okay.
End of part 3, man. Let's go.
All right, 1 sec.
NYM.
Banny got. Listen, everyone. I want everyone to. Banny he's our DOP, so he filmed Exposed, and he's been the technical mind behind the shooting and the technical aspects of Exposed and shooting on Zoom. Big shout out to Banny. Big shout out.
Alex, make me the host. Make me the host, Alex. I can't do it unless I'm the host.
Yes, Alex.
The host with the most.
Hostess with the.
This is
Ricky, you're gonna have to rap to bring this back up to the level.
Hey, you listening? Can we say
Danny is the host now.
Daniel. For the love, Sophie, Danny, Luke Vernon, Cooper, Bellenea.
I don't trust the people. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah. I Manny, turn it down.
On the car.
Big up my guy like Joe. Big up my guy like O. Big up like Hey. Oh, they're going to go back up. Hey. Party with my feet on. this on the surprise.
This is exposed 3.5.
Pick up my guy like Joe. Pick up my guy like
Shout out to the little sis.
Hey, made a new one. Part 3.5. Hey, sis.
Get the glasses on.
Come on.
Hey, you jump into it, man. Show them. Oh.
What?
I was gonna say you jumped in, but yeah.
Shout out to everyone.
Yes, Jake.
That's it.
Well
Right,
done.
done.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, man. We
you very much.
out. Thank you.
Much love to
Follow
everybody.
up everyone's social medias, man. Everybody spam everyone's social medias and get going.
Everybody.
Every single one of you. Very,
Much
very,
love and
very,
appreciation.
Good. Thank you.
Love.
Thank you to Alex and
Big
Banny
love.
for putting this whole Zoom Q&A together. And Amara, where's Amara? Is she with us? Shout out to Amara.
She is on the YouTube, so she can hear you.
Yes, Amara.
Oh. Yes, Amara.
Everything.
Man, thank you. Alex, are we quickly staying in this whilst you lock it
I
off?
see you, Amara.
Say that again, Luke.
Are we all staying in this whilst you lock it all off? Yeah?
Banny, you shaved your beard.
Are we still live to YouTube?
Yes, we are. We are.
We are. Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone live still on the YouTube.
Locking in.
Still locked in.
Going on.
Can you go baiting him out as well?
Hey, Jan, I'm drinking water. Jan.
Hey, what? Can we jump out this?
King of the Goats, where did you go, man?
The King of the Goats said that he, as King of Goats, he hereby bestows Teddy Nygh a goat again.
Oh, thank you. Shout out you. On YouTube.
All right, people, say your goodbyes. We are finished.
I hope everyone on MYM, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, because it's been our first live. Hopefully we'll do much more, and we can do questions about all different films that we've made, whichever ones are your favorites. And yeah, hopefully this will be the first of many. But that is a quick question, actually. Would everybody like to see more of these after films are made, where the cast out of lockdown, doesn't matter, where the cast come together and we do the Zoom call? Because you can even show the film through here as well. We could do premieres. And then
the comments are saying it. Yes, definitely more. Make more.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, peeps. We will be making more. All right.
Shout out to Luke. Thank you to all the FF team as well. Thank you to all the cast for being here tonight. Guys, it's emotional. It feels like this is like a real ending now.
It is, because I'm going to press end.
The project was amazing.
Good night, everyone.
It was amazing.
Good night.
Love everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Everyone.
Love, man.
I love you guys. Love all the MYM.
Everyone, blessings.
All the MYM gang.
Gang. Don't know.
Love.
Squad. Big
Always,
love.
always.